What we have in common is actually Mary Haynes. The Countess has a friendship that grows during the play with Mary Haynes,
who is my daughter.
And what we share is the unique perspective of being the older generation of women, because we see 3 generations of women in this play. And our morality is incredibly different, and I think that's probably why the playwright put us both in the play.
Mm-hmm. The contrast is really different between this sort of the younger women who may or may not want to stand for that kind of behavior, and the lengths at which they are able to or choose to end a situation or live with a situation, versus my generation, which is, well, you live with it. You just live with it because that's the way it's done, and you don't divorce. You buck up and have nice clothes and pretend like that didn't happen.
Well, I'd say our relationship is pretty tense. Most of the time when we have interactions, we're just bickering, arguing about things and who's better and whatnot. The major difference is that Mary is a society woman. She's already accepted into this kind of lifestyle, which my character is not a part of. I start out as a working class lady working at a perfume counter, but I'm also referred to by all the other characters as cheap Lucy, that kind of thing. So I think she kind of is trying to embrace the other side of it, but she's not particularly good at it. And she doesn't necessarily know what comes with all that glamour, and once she gets it, it's not quite enough.
Crystal Allen decides to nab Mary's husband, and Mary finds out through her girlfriends that her husband has been he has been cheating on her with a woman named Crystal Allen. And so the play is how she navigates that dilemma, which includes confronting the woman herself. So we have this really juicy scene in a dressing room where it's like, the wife and the mistress, and it's just one of those scenes that's really awesome and lovely.
Essentially, in our little cluster of ladies, Sylvia is the head queen bee gossip. She is the one that fuels the fires that burn, and she kind of entrusts Edith, my character, with broadcasting them for her so that she cannot be blamed for the awful
so
things
I can
that get
shame.
said. Yes.
I can shame Edith for broadcasting, but
Yes.
I can also trust that she'll do that.
Yes, and my character's pregnant, so she is absolved from any blame. So it kind of works out.
Yeah, and I feel like Sylvia is always comparing herself to others and always making judgments in this world. And part of the reason I think that I trust Edith is that the pregnancy makes us always different. You're gonna have another baby. I can trust you. I can tell you everything.
Yeah. And it's like, what do they do when Edith isn't pregnant? Well, that just doesn't happen. So.
No. Edith, if you don't want to try those newfangled things called condoms, at least try the rhythm method.
Oh, well, Sylvia, you're positively too kind to be thinking of my sexual endeavors.
The scene that's not in the play is, I'm going to take you out for a drink, and in fact it's going to be 3 drinks, and I'm going to get you under the table a little bit, and you're going to tell me your life story, and if you make me laugh, we are going to the Grecian Islands, and we're going to have all kinds of adventures off the radar.
Oh man, I hope I make her laugh.
Which may or may not involve other people, because I would want to light a firecracker under you to see who you actually are.
That's really funny, because I think there's a tiny little bit of Mama that is, we are just not doing this. We're just not. But, oh man.
There's some juiciness.
Absolutely.
Sylvia, I wish just once you would tell me that you actually like me as a human.
Edith, I just wish you would tell me that I'm a sweet and endearing person.
Oh, darling, you'd have to display it first.
Oh, but I'm trying so hard, and no one notices my efforts. I really do put them in.
You do try. You do try my patience.
You guys are fantastic. All right. For the record, whenever I've asked that question in the past, no one has ever done it as their character.
Oh,
Well, they're doing it wrong.
No, you're not.
No, they are doing it wrong.